It's Johnny, and I'm on my gummy. Obama is got evidence, indisputable, inconsequential evidence that shows he spearheaded and he's corrupt as. Bro, that's why he got away from Big Mike. He separated all his assets so he can do. What are y'all gonna make him do? Is he gonna even. How you gonna have Obama guilty as hell? How you gonna have Obama stand trial when the Clintons haven't? How many Clinton coincidences are there? If I keep talking like this, I might be another one. But I mean, how many? Do you think it's in the 20s? Do you think it's in the 30s? 30 deaths. The 40s? You got to keep going. 40 deaths. Murders. No, there's suicide. That guy shot himself 4 times, then hung himself. Oklahoma City, the federal building, the Merle bombing. Oh, I can't remember the date. That's sad. 1990. I was working at Budweiser. I was the Bud man. Bucket list shit. But 4 days after evidence, I don't know if it's on Hillary or Bill, 4 days the evidence was transferred to the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma City. Evidence for the President of the United States. I joined the United States under, or the military, the U.S. Navy. Actually, I really wasn't even in the Navy, man. I was more into San Diego. If you don't know what's in San Diego, I showed them who I was, man, and I thought I wanted to be somebody. And then I said, man, you know what? I'm sick of this shit. I'm not a very good soldier. I'm a hell of a warrior. But I'm not a soldier. I just can't do everything you tell me. You can't just fucking. I don't care how much brass you got, or I don't care if you ain't got no brass. I don't care, man. You can't talk to people the way. I'm just not very good at it. But they brought evidence of Bill Clinton to the federal building in Oklahoma City. And 4 days later, they blame that on them CIA ops. They actually said that Timothy McVeigh was just some terrorist organization. See how they do it? Look at what happened on 9/11. 3 buildings came down, 2 airplanes, no airplane parts. The Pentagon, well, we have that missile video now. They actually told the public that one of them they made heroes out of these people. They said an airplane went down, all that. The Pentagon's not very tall. No airplane parts found. And only really one little spot of the Pentagon was messed up. And the day before, Donald Rumsfeld said, we're missing 2.3 trillion with a T. We're missing. And the following day, a missile hits us, and they said, no, it was a Boeing 747, and here's your heroes. Here's the stories. And look at the acting. Go back now and look at George Bush Jr. Kid sitting on his lap like, hey, you ready? It started. I know that look. The lies and the deceit. But what really fascinates me is Hillary Clinton's emails. In her emails, they found Gilgamesh's tomb. Now, I know what you're saying. Who's Gilgamesh? Well, it's biblical stuff. He was buried underneath the Euphrates River and it went dry. Hold on a minute. Within 30 days, we were at war. Iraq got a Rothschild banking system. Iraq didn't have all this. Man, I'm going to tell you something, guys. But within 30 days, Hillary Rodham Clinton had that Gilgamesh's tomb dug up, all the stargates, all the old antique stuff, the technologies, like pyramids that we can't build today. We can't build some of these buildings today. Within 30 days, That was all confiscated and sent to the Vatican. One of the stars that sit on your nation's flag. You ever seen Washington, D.C.'s flag? Just saying. Gilgamesh, who was he? Oh, they used to call him 2/3 God and 1/3 man. He's a big white dude with a big beard. They said he was 14 foot tall. Well, his tomb, he ain't 14 foot tall. He's, I don't know, almost 10. And he's a stone cold killer. I mean, he's not as bad as like Genghis Khan. He changed the weather because there was less people breathing. That's, man, the beautiful part about history is it never stops. People are just stuck like, hey, man, we believe in this is what happened in slavery. Bro, slavery's worldwide, and the same people that own your ass today that come up with terms like compounding interest financed every aspect of slavery. Not just the, here now we're getting into Jesus and Yeshua. I'm not a Christian. I'm blessed to live in a Christian society. Christians are the easiest people in the world to manipulate, and they're some of the best people. But Jesus is a story written and published by the people that control you. There's versions of versions. There's 19 different Christianities. But Yeshua, well, he changed his name as soon as they got a J. Men don't change their names. I don't care. Whoever you are in Turkey is who you are. It doesn't matter. I'm not arguing with people. But Yeshua was a Jew. And he exposed his people for financing every. These people were kicked out of every country because when the king would want his taxes, said, well, I can't. I'm paying compounding interest for the shovel to make you the for the axe, for the wagon. So the banker, or these Jewish people, were getting more money than the kings. Now, all Jewish people are not the same. I learned that when I looked up Palestine in May 14th, 1948? The United States and the UK gave Palestine away to 3 different people. Think about that. They gave it away to the Arabs for fighting the Turks during World War II. Said, yeah, we're going to give you Palestine. But they ended up giving it to the elites. The Ukrainian Jews. The Palestinian Jews allowed the Ukrainian Jews in during World War II. 70 years later, the Ukrainian Jews are genocide, and this is our land, and the Palestinian Jews used to say they were the chosen people. I don't know. History's history, but I've learned now that the Ukrainian Jew is just under. I don't think there's another Jew above the Ukrainian Jew except for the Zionist. I think it's like, Boardwalk and Parkway. What was the other one? Park Avenue? Oh, Monopoly. They're like Park Avenue. So I know there's different levels, but man, these people own every aspect of the pharmaceutical companies, your laws, your publishing, your education, your TV. You can't see or hear nothing. That's why you can't see me, even social media. But can you imagine what they could do with a man's DNA that's 10 foot tall and was a lunatic in history? With what, you're not allowed to ask about abortions, but what about all the aborted body parts and AI? Can you fathom what they can do with 5G and that type of DNA? And man, I just don't trust anything about Bill Bates. He's in control of our food, and our food's at an all-time low. It's all depopulation. The people that control us want it all for themselves. And you live on a tax plantation in the land of the free where nothing's free. You don't own your home, you own a piece of paper. You don't own your car, you own a piece of paper. Titles, deeds. You don't even get your gold. You give that to them and they give you paper. I don't know who set this up, but it happened during our Civil War. And you're not allowed to talk about the Civil War because you're racist. I'm Johnny, and I'm on my gummy. Much love, America.